Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some top tips on writing the perfect personal statement and giving you a bit of a structure on how I wrote my personal statement last year and what helped me get offers from my top 5 university choices. This video is partnered with What Uni. What Uni are basically a website that I used religiously throughout sixth form and throughout my university application process. It literally helped me find what universities actually did my course. You're able to compare courses, get prospectuses from universities that you want to have a look into, and basically there's so much information on there about all the universities in the country, so make sure to go and have a look if you are struggling to find what unis you want to apply for and just any information and tips. There are so many videos, advice posts and tons of tips on applying to university and anything around the subject of higher education. Make sure to go and check out the What Uni website after this if you are looking for any sort of advice on university applications. That's where I went all the time if I was struggling. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was structure. So in my personal statement I basically followed the structure of an intro of about 2-3 sentences, 4 main paragraphs, and then like an end sentence to conclude your personal statement. So in my introduction I wrote 3 sentences that outlined my interest and passion in the subject. I'm studying forensic science at the University of Lincoln currently. I'm in my first year and I've been here for a month. If you want to know anything more, then make sure to comment down below or head over to my vlog channel. I vlog my university life and basically tell you everything about what I do in my daily life there. So yeah, if you're interested in a little more depth of what I do and a bit more about the University of Lincoln, then head over to my vlogging channel. I outlined my subject area and why I was passionate about it. Please do not write, when I was younger I've always wanted to be a policeman, or I've been dancing from the age of 3 and I've been wanting to dance my entire life. Too much cringe. Universities don't like cringy, sort of childish phrasing of words, and it's better to use, I'm not saying you have to thesaurus your entire piece because that just looks unrealistic and not like you. You need to sound like you without being too professional but also immature. It's really hard to get the balance, but I'm sure your teachers will help guide you, and you can also look for further advice on the What Uni website. But for me, I sort of outlined my passion within the subject and kind of wrote about where I want to go in the future if I was to study this subject at university. I do still have my personal statement. I will find it on some of my old school emails or something. So if you do want to actually see my exact personal statement, then please comment down below, or Twitter handle, Instagram handle, or anything, or feel free to email me. I have my email in the description below if you do want to ask me what my personal statement is, and I'll attach it to an email so you can see my exact personal statement that I actually sent to my universities, because I'll be happy to do so for people. So in the first paragraph I sort of introduced the subjects that I took for A-level. So I took I was going to go into dance and performance. I'll probably do a complete separate story time on that if you do want one, but I have mentioned it in a few of my videos. But before the forensic science I was actually going to go into performing arts. So the subjects I actually did do for A-level were biology, dance and drama, and then for AS I took English literature as well, and I managed to link that in at the beginning of last year at sixth form. And I link all these subjects to your chosen course. So for forensic science, for example, I wrote how biology would obviously help me with the anatomy and physiology side of things. In forensics, I spoke about how my dance and drama have increased my communication skills that will help me on crime scene investigation, working in a team. And then I linked English literature to report writing in crime scene investigations, etc, etc. So basically just show that you know that your subjects can easily link to your course and how they're going to help you if you do end up taking that subject at university. In the second paragraph I basically researched a specific topic to do with forensic science. For example, I did diatomology, which unicellular organism that lives in the water and only in moist environments, and they can actually detect whether a victim died from drowning or if they had died beforehand and were dumped in the water. So I basically went into a really specific topic, read some journals and articles, and referred to these journals and articles in this paragraph. It's really good because it basically shows that you're interested in the subject, you're passionate, you're taking time out of your day to go and read these extra sources surrounding your course. I basically discussed it in a paragraph and explained my opinion, and yeah, just had a little bit of a critique on the journal and stuff, just to show that I'm passionate and wanted to get involved with the subject in a more detailed way. And then for my third paragraph, I dedicated it to work experience. If you haven't done work experience and you're doing your AS levels now, please make time for this, maybe in the summer when you've got a lot of spare time and you're not studying. But luckily enough, in my old school, they were doing a science-specific work experience. So I was lucky enough to be able to do this in my school time as well as studying. I basically worked as a lab assistant and helped prepare for the lab for practicals with the young years and stuff, and help dispose of things, help just prepare and get stuff ready within the lab. This obviously helped me develop laboratory skills, which are very helpful for my course this year because I'm literally doing lab practicals and lab assessments every single week. So I linked that to how it would help me with forensic science, and again it shows you have taken extra time out of your standard daily school routine to do something a little bit extra and push yourself further. It shows your dedication and passionate again. And then for the fourth paragraph, make this one probably the smallest because universities aren't so tied up with extracurricular activities. They do want to see that you've done work experience, and they do want to see how you're what you're doing in your spare time, but just make it very brief. So for example, I wrote about my East Midlands basketball team and like how that helps develop teamwork skills again. Music helps with coordination, little bits and pieces that you've done in your previous years and how they can help link with your university life and your specific course. And then for your conclusion, I literally wrote a single sentence saying what I aspire to do if I reach this university, or if I was given the opportunity to go to the university, so they know exactly what you want for the future and whether the university will be right for you. Yeah, just one conclusive sentence is exactly what I did. And basically this structure allowed me to get conditional offers from all 5 universities I applied for. My top university choice was University of Lincoln, where I am now. My second choice was Derby. Then my other options were University of Bournemouth, University of West England and University of Coventry, but I knew Lincoln was my top as soon as I visited. Make sure to go to open days as well, because this will help you decide where you want to place your application and stuff. But I think the personal statement deadline and your complete UCAS application for the UK is somewhere in March. I will leave it on the screen, the exact date. Get in your applications as soon as you can. I know I probably sent my application off around this time last year, and I'd definitely say try and get it off before Christmas, because one, you don't really want to be having the stress of writing your personal statement when you're supposed to be revising for your A-levels, and two, it's just easy to get out of the way and the universities will see that you got your application in quick. A good reflection on you if you get everything in quickly and efficiently. Just a few extra top tips. I would say, one, make sure you're honest, because you might have to have an interview before you get an actual offer. So if you go into an interview and they ask you about something, if you've said you've read this book or a journal and you actually haven't, then you're going to be stuffed and you're probably going to freak out and panic. So make sure you're completely honest in your personal statement, because you don't want it to backlash you if you do have an interview, or if someone asks you something that you wrote about that you didn't actually look into or read yourself. My second top tip would be to make sure you do extensive research about your topic. Look right into your course, make sure everything you want to do is there, and see if you can incorporate it somehow into your personal statement. For me, University of Lincoln did a lot of crime scene investigation, so I made sure to embed that well inside my personal statement to show that I had looked into the course myself. My interests are similar to what the course entails. My third top tip is for year 12s or early students. Make sure you get in your work experience as soon as possible, so you don't have to panic near exam season and you know that you've got something to write about in your personal statement a lot of time beforehand, because I know quite a lot of people in my year were panicking because they hadn't had any work experience, and it's one thing universities really look into when reading them. And my fourth top tip would be to link with universities over the year 12 to year 13 holidays, or again beforehand if you're looking into university really early. Linking with universities will be so helpful, whether you email them for work experience itself or to see if you can do any placements or anything in the university, because by linking your name you can write about them in your personal statement and they will see that you've already engaged with the university prior to writing it. So it will be super helpful to get your name out there, show you're passionate. So yeah, make sure you try and get your name out there as much as possible. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope it's somewhat helpful and can give you an insight on what universities are looking for when they're reading your personal statements. You never actually get any feedback from them, which is kind of annoying, but I just thought I'd share what I wrote about and what I think would be useful, as I did get offers back from all of my universities that I applied for. Make sure again to check out What Uni if you want to find anything else about your courses or any universities you want to apply for, because I'm sure they will have anything you literally want to know, because they hold all the information about university lifestyle. Hit the thumbs up if you did enjoy this video, subscribe down below if you're new, and comment any videos you want to see that are university related. I'm so happy to do that. I'm loving giving university content because it's something I'm very passionate about and love. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!